When the show, November 19th. Tom.
Yeah.
Today is International Men's Day.
Yeah.
Which men definitely needed
About time.
today.
About time.
And I don't think there's a man more manly in all of sports football talking than one Drip Bayless.
I wish I didn't have eyes.
Just look at Drip Bayless.
Oh, baby. No chummas. How we doing, ladies and gentlemen?
You missed it, Tom, but Drip Bayless was still up on the screen when we got back.
That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here for another edition, a Friday edition of the Grossi Perna Show, otherwise known as GPS. The S is always very sensual. It is a very sensual letter of the alphabet because S starts the word scrotum. And that could be a very...
how we lure women into watching with our sensual S. But then I said lure women does not, that's not what we're going for.
Yeah, that's not.
Especially on International Men's Day.
Yeah, that's not what we are going for. But folks, we're here to break down
so much.
So
little.
The game from yesterday, the Thursday night game, which I had I don't want to say pleasure, that's too strong of a word, of streaming. The stream was great, but the game itself was a little poop. It was not so good. By the way, we have 5-point vids in the chitty chat saying your mom.
Oops. Classic. Classic 5.
That's classic 5. It's classic. But folks, listen, it's a big day here. Uh-oh. Hold on 1 second. I have a phone call. Hold on. Hello? This is.
What's happening? Who is Tom talking to? Is it Drip Bayless?
Oh, gotcha. Can I actually get a call back like within an hour? Because I'm on a show right now. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I am, yes. I'm okay. Just some congestion.
Tom's talking to a medical professional. He thought we were going to get another spam call going live here, but no.
Yes.
Doctor.
Yes, you could.
It's Tom's doctor. Oh, my God. He's got to leave the room. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like I'm driving. And while Tom is away, let me tell you about DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. You got to use code GPS. And if you use code GPS at DraftKings Sportsbook, not only will you get a direct line to Tom Grossi's doctor, they're going to match your first-time deposit of up to $1,000. DraftKings is safe. It is secure. It is reliable, just like Tom's doctor. Now, Tom did schedule a prostate exam today, but if you don't want somebody being that invasive in your life, use DraftKings Sportsbook. They'll never check your prostate. That I can guarantee. Link is down in the description. Code GPS to take advantage of all of their offers, including your first time.
All right, we're back. Wasn't spam.
$1,000. Same game parlays. It's safe. It's secure. It's reliable. It's DraftKings, baby. They'll never ever call you with medical advice during
Nope.
a live stream. Oh man, did I do that read so good when you were gone?
It sounded really good. It sounded good. Yeah, no, Joe Rogan was just giving me a call. He was just asking about some things, and he was just like, "Hey Tom, how you feeling?" And I was like, "How'd you get this number?"
So like, I've got some ivermectin. He's like, "Listen, bow and arrows for you."
That's it. And bow and arrows. That's it. And he's like, "And a saddle." Anyway, folks.
Just to be clear, I enjoy the Joe Rogan podcast. I know it's hip to make fun of him.
There's some episodes that are really good. He has some good guests.
I enjoy listening to it. It just, I don't take everything that's said on that show literally.
Damn it, Perna.
Oh, look at that. We got the friggin' chat reminding us to legal
The chat's like, I don't want you to get in trouble.
Best damn audience in sports. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, Tom. Okay, so we got to talk about the Falcons Patriots today. We're going to get into that. Mac Jones, Patriots Dynasty. Is it coming back? How bad are the Falcons? We're going to take a little look into this weekend, update you on some news. But I did want to just marinate on Drip Bayless for a second, okay?
Do we have to?
Because he's got one of the most successful sports shows in the world.
Antonio Brown and Jimmy Watt.
He's a 69-year-old man using terms like drip. Like drip.
Yes.
How do we get more drip is what I want the commenters, first of all, to say to us. Like, is my hat drip or is my hat hair more drip?
No, I don't. I think it's more. I think it's not only clothing; it's also a state of being. I mean, like, I feel like so. For example,
had the drip, and you just need antibiotics.
Yeah, well, that's the post-nasal drip. Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's what he's referring to. But I mean, the temperature has been fluctuating a lot, so like maybe that is what he's talking about. You know, maybe get a humidifier, take some Mucinex. I mean, like this, by the way. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, this is a world premiere of a brand new hoodie that I ordered from the Packers Pro Shop like 2 months ago. And I forgot that I ordered it, and then they finally sent it. So, wow. Drip or no drip is the question, honestly. And I'm pretty sure that's from Shakespeare.
Yeah. Now, everybody's got an opinion on Skip. Yeah. Most people, I think, know he plays a character. He knows what he's doing. Yeah. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
I'm doing it.
Do it.
Hello? 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 Don't you dare call me.
Just try to recreate the magic.
It'll never happen again. Okay. Does a 69-year-old man hashtagging himself Drip Bayless actually give him more drip credibility?
No.
Or does it take away?
It takes away because it is the meme of how you doing, fellow kids, like 100%. I'm sorry, like he's standing like he's about to be cast for like the Power Rangers, like post-retirement. Like he's coming out and he's just like, I'm ready to get in my Megazord. Like I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all.
I know that's not a super like important thing to talk about, but I saw it this morning. I was just like, this guy, this man, this guy here
who makes more money than we will ever see in our lives.
Like, I would maybe hashtag myself like Drip Perna, but it would be ironic. And I can't tell if Skip's doing it ironically or if he legit believes this.
I mean, like, listen. He's getting that engagement, buddy. And what is that poster behind him? Is that like a John Wick inspired? Like, what is that?
Better come prepared.
Like, you remember the story from years? I don't watch baseball, but like, there's a story years ago that like Alex Rodriguez like has like the baseball player has like a huge painting of himself like as a centaur or something like in his house. Do you remember that?
No, like, but it sounds accurate.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have stuff, like I have pictures and stuff, and I have a poster as like Wildflower, but like, where's your ego at? That like you're blowing something up of yours and you're just like hanging it in the house, and it's like, yeah. Like, I think
that's probably that's at their studio, the Fox Sports studio, so not at his house.
It's close enough, honestly.
But he chose to take the photo in front of himself.
Yeah.
Which makes me think a good clickbait punishment is one of us has to recreate this photo the next time we lose.
With the poster. Like you have to make a poster. That actually be great.
You got to hashtag it and tweet it out. Ooh, that's a good punishment.
That's good. That's good. You know what? That's a better punishment than frosted tips. True story.
Oh, yeah. And Tom, as an update, he's going to have to go purple with his frosted tips.
Yeah, because I'm worried the gold wasn't going to show up. So I am going to do purple frosted tips. And if the Vikings win on Sunday, it's going to be even more humiliating. Yeah. But Thanksgiving.
I'm going to tweet out this.
Thanks, guys. So yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Want to talk about last night. I want to talk about that. Yes. And before we even jump into the game, Brandon, there's something we need to talk about, you and I. Something we need to talk about.
Please.
This past week on your power rankings.
Oh, yeah.
You cursed the New England Patriots.
No, the wheel of pain cursed him. I have no control over the curse anymore. I am not liable for curse and curse-related illnesses and or injuries or total destruction of franchise.
You should make a disclaimer.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I know why it didn't work. Okay. One, the Falcons suck. Okay. But two, the Falcons are the most... The Falcons have the most powerful curse in sports.
That's true.
They've got the 28-3 curse, and they played the Patriots.
Let's go, Chris. And there was a lunar eclipse that lasted 3 hours and 28 minutes.
Whoa.
Wait, did you know about that?
No.
Like, oh, that was everywhere. Everywhere that there was a lunar eclipse that was 3 hours and 28 minutes, like 28-3. And I was like, you can't make it up. You can't make that up.
Yeah, all of the signs were there. 28-3 is 28 minus 3. The Patriots win 25-0. There was no way the curse stood a chance this week. Now, here's my thought, and I can't guarantee this.
Okay.
I'm guessing the spin wheel of pain comes back for the Patriots next week.
Oh.
And it's like, all right, you cheated me once, you sons of bitches. Yeah. Not twice. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay. I watched a little less than half of the Patriots-Falcons game, Tom.
Yeah.
And you were there. You streamed the whole thing. Basically, I gathered what happened on the game via Twitter. And I'm gonna recap the game, and you tell me that would be the Packers then, wouldn't it, Minnesota Vikings fan? I don't know how it works. We'll see. We'll see, Minnesota Vikings fan, 28, 25, 28, 23, 3, minus 3. Okay. Pats, Falcons. Matt Ryan threw the greatest 4-yard pass any NFL announcer had ever seen.
Yep.
To Mike Davis.
Yes.
Mac Jones threw a very Tom Brady-like touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar, who was wide open 6 yards down the field, and then ran the extra 15 to 18 yards in for a touchdown. Then there's some field goals. Nick Folk kicked a field goal and hit the cameraman right in the face.
Yes, he did.
Dead fish back to life, Jimmy. Yeah. Sorry. Did the Patriots? No. Well, maybe. If anybody can.
It's them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then finally, Matt Ryan threw what we thought was a pick six to J.C. Jackson.
Yep.
He stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out.
But Josh Rosen came in and promptly finished the job, throwing a pick six right to Kyle Van Noy.
And then the next drive, the other backup came in and threw an interception.
Wow.
It was literally back to back to back to end the game. And I know this for a fact because I unfortunately am the poor soul who did it. Matt Ryan, in 2 weeks combined, has a total of 3 fantasy points. 3 in 2 weeks.
Wow.
3 whole points combined.
That sucks. That's bad.
Yup. Not great.
Man, Matt Ryan carried me to a fantasy football championship years back. So he was Mr. Reliable, Matty Ice at QB. I think he got cursed by sexiest man alive, Paul Rudd, hyping up the Falcons pregame.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Listen, you're sexy, but
a lot of questions about my curse. Here's what we need to keep our eye on this weekend. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because as I said, right before the show started, I flopped them. I'm like, I don't want
That
the
is
Buccaneers
true.
at lucky number 7. I'll put the Patriots there because actually moving forward, the Patriots, I think they got the better defense right now, playing more disciplined football. I could argue I think they're better than Tampa Bay. So I did that right before the show, and it lands on 7.
Yep.
I think it wanted to curse the Buccaneers.
There was a longing and a need and a want.
Yeah. The Patriots might be uncursable, though. That could be very real. Their dynasty could be starting back up. But I want to pump the brakes on it a bit. Because you, Tom Grossi, gave me some grief for putting the Patriots on my power rankings probably a week too early. You're like, they haven't done anything yet. Now everybody's on this Patriots hype bandwagon. This is the way I look at it. The Cowboys beat the Falcons 43-3. Nobody gave a shit.
No.
The Patriots beat them. It just happens to be on Thursday Night Football, 25-0. Basically the same sort of performance, but with a lot less offense. And everybody's like, the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. The Patriots are heading back to the Super Bowl this year. We're going to get a Buccaneers-Pat Super Bowl. So I think the Patriots are getting hyped up just a little too much because what we're failing to realize is the Falcons are just a garbage team right now. They are as bad as any team in the league most weeks, but sometimes they can play average.
That's so weird, Brandon Perna, because if I'm not mistaken, in your top 10, just last week, you had the Falcons in the top 10.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. That was bad. I guess it was 2 games ago. So yeah, it was bad. I was wrong. I will be unlike the drip man himself and admit when I was wrong.
God. Yeah,
I think the Falcons got cursed by just entering the list.
That's it. They went in. They're like, we're not supposed to be here, and that's why the Cowboys killed them because you forgot about the Cowboys. Then they killed them the next week, and we're like, whoa. Wow. Listen, the power rankings curse are real. And by the way, Luke Birch talking smack about Josh Rosen, who's in the news today because he is becoming a meme on the internet. That whole quote he did after the draft saying 9 mistakes were made ahead of me, and I'll make sure over the next decade they will know they made a mistake. Oh, buddy.
Man.
Oh, buddy.
Look at him now. Yeah.
Look at me now. Look at me.
Mac Jones is playing very good for a rookie. But what I was impressed by was his ability to make a tackle in the game.
2 people.
He tackled his own guy and the guy he was trying to tackle.
He didn't care.
So that's all I wanted from a quarterback was make a dang tackle.
Learn from it, Teddy. They're going to show that footage and during the bye week, and they're going to be like, listen, look at this form.
Look at this tackle. Teddy.
And Teddy's like, again, you're not paying me that much. So
well, that's what's funny. It's like Teddy is playing about the same as Mac Jones. It's just the Patriots are such a well-coached team.
And their defense is awesome.
Like, you're seeing it come together. They made free agency splashes. They brought in guys. Hunter Henry, Aguilar scored. Jonnu Smith's been quiet. You know, he's been a little banged up, but maybe once he gets healthy, they really find the running game's working. They commit to it. It wasn't like they were ripping off long ass runs last night, but it
wasn't what they did this past weekend, but they have a healthy run game.
It helps. It helps a young quarterback. Guys like Teddy need it. I think Mac Jones is in the right situation there, obviously. But looking back this past week, when Bruce Arians said they're a very dumb football team, like the Buccaneers, right? Because they're making too many mistakes every game. It's it's the opposite of what the Patriots do. Well, the team they never beat themselves, especially when they've got a quarterback who's going to play safe, secure, reliable football.
Like DraftKings Sportsbook?
Just like DraftKings Sportsbook.
So, well, that's the thing, because Mac Jones, they were getting stopped. That was part of that game that was, I think, so infuriating because the Falcons legitimately were shooting themselves in the foot any single time they had the football. Yeah. In which, Young Wei Koo hits a 45-yarder. It goes in. Illegal formation on a field goal, sets him back 5 yards. He misses the 50-yarder. On top of that, they go for it on like 3rd and 1. They give it a fullback handoff. Nothing. They're like, all right, let's do it again on 4th and 1. Just hand it to the running back. Nothing. They get stopped. Like sacks, intercept, like everything just went wrong. And it was a mix of bad play calling. The offensive line of the Falcons was atrocious. It was bad.
Yeah.
And like they just had nothing.
Matt Ryan took that like 13-yard sack on 3rd and 1 when they were in the red zone. Josh Rosen, Mike White.
I truly mean this. If that offense was even slightly competent, they could have won that game. Mac Jones threw a really bad interception. Like that game was close. Besides like, like at the very end, that was a close game that they could have gotten real close to actually at least tying or being competitive.
Yeah.
And they were just like, nah, I'm good. And again, like they don't have Calvin Ridley. Patterson is out. Like they're missing a bunch of pieces. Don't get me wrong. But for the most part, during the night, like the defense of the Falcons held the Patriots. It's just all the penalties, the taken sacks, and all that was just horrendous.
It's like I was watching the Broncos in their losses this year. It's exactly the same scenario.
Yeah.
The game is closer than it looks by the final score.
Yeah.
And every time your offense gets into the red zone, something happens to prevent them from scoring. And it's the penalties, the sacks, the whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you pointed that out because I think it backs what I'm saying. Is this was a nice win for the Patriots.
Sure.
But dear God, it does not make them Super Bowl favorites. They got to play the Bills 2 times this year. We'll see where the Patriots are at when they play the Bills because they might have the 2 best defenses in the AFC right now, New England and Buffalo. The difference is Buffalo's offense can be explosive. I'm not sure the Patriots offense yet with a rookie quarterback can be that explosive. They can control the game via running and smart safe football from their
They can put up a lot of points, right? I mean, because like they did it against the Browns. The Cowboys was a shootout, right? Like the Cowboys, both defenses were like, I'm good. Like then they just went back and forth and was driving it down the field. So I think the ability is there, but I do agree with you that the Bills are more of like, hey, they can explode at any minute because it's Josh Allen and like all the star-studded players that he has around him. So it's going to be interesting because like, listen, Mac Jones is a good like he is set up right now where he looks like far and away the best rookie in the class. And I don't think he's in a position where he doesn't need to be amazing. Like he doesn't need to be Brett Favre. He doesn't need to be an Aaron Rodgers. And I'm just using Packers guys of like just slinging it down the field. He doesn't need to be those guys. Like he could do it with like, wide receiver screens. He could do it with like 4-yard gains that turn into more. I mean, like they can do that because like the Patriots kill you. Like it's a death by 1,000 cuts. And then their defense doesn't make any mistakes. And so, like, they literally wait for you to beat yourselves. And the Falcons were like, yeah, we're all about it.
That's the part of the Patriots that you're seeing return is like, we'll keep games close, even when we're winning sometimes as we develop this quarterback. And we're just not going to ever beat ourselves. You're not going to see us beat ourselves because if any one of our players do, you will never see them again.
You get their hand chopped off. Yeah.
Yes.
Or you could get hairy palms that way. But I think that I don't think the Patriots are going to the Super Bowl. Maybe this gets clipped and, like the Washington football team clipped me and put it in their promo package when they went to the playoffs last year. That's a true story. Did you hear about that?
I did not know that.
Last year, like while I was doing like way too early predictions, I said, I don't think the Washington football team is going to have a winning record and they're going to be one of the first picks in the draft. That's what I said. Right. And they clipped that of like, haha, we showed those haters. You guys still didn't have a winning record. Like you made the playoffs with a losing record because the East was so bad.
Yeah.
So
that's hilarious.
I don't think they go to the Super Bowl because I think that it's kind of what you're saying. They don't have enough weapons on that offense yet for them to be like, hey, we can go up against some of the best offenses in this league.
Yeah.
So their defense can definitely contain offenses, and so it's lower scoring games. But if it turns into like a Cowboys game, like that's why you have like the Cowboys win, because I think that they could just put up more points. So that's my humble opinion. I think they're a couple years away. So
sorry, my wife said I should stop hawking loogies on the show. which I agree. I don't want to, but just have colds that won't go away. And when you talk, that mucus builds up back there, and then it's like impossible to say words. Yes, Mac Jones is the new Patriots Tom Brady.
I don't think there's anybody
unimpressive athletic specimen who never had all the gifts to be an elite quarterback, and that's the reason he's perfect for Belichick, because he'll work really, really hard to make up for his weaknesses. It's the thing that actually benefited Tom Brady late in his career the most, is that he was, and don't get me wrong, Tom Brady can throw the football very well. He's incredibly accurate.
Yeah.
You have to be. But I think learning to compensate for some of his athletic deficiencies made him like the perfect quarterback to succeed late in his career, when other guys who, when that starts to leave, they get worse. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you're seeing it right now, like with Ben Roethlisberger, who's never like an athletically supreme guy, but he could extend plays and had the arm to get it everywhere. Like, I worry what's going to happen to Aaron Rodgers when he can't like extend plays the way he does.
Sure.
Can Pat Mahomes, adjust his game when, his skills start to diminish a bit? Like, I don't know. Like, Tom was in the perfect place to outlast time. So, anyway. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what's the most outrageous take that actually came true? Ooh.
I mean, I did put a video together in the offseason saying, is the evil empire back, referring to the Patriots. Ooh. And I made a whole bunch of points as to why they might be very competitive this year.
So Tom might be on that one.
I mean, I will say that with the Patriots, like, look at their offense right now, right? Literally, like, receiver is piecemealed together. As N'Keal Harry, who is, good God, not lived up to that first round pick. Jacoby Myers, who's good, don't get me wrong, but it's Kendrick Bourne. Like, they don't even have a true number one guy that's like amazing. Yeah. Like, they need an actual like receiver. They need like a Julian Edelman. They need like a Wes Welker. They need, someone that they can be like the guy. But then again, like, they're also able to function as an offense where they can be a run heavy team, and, they can have like those piecemeals, because, to be honest, I mean, Brady had that the majority of his career, right? He had really good tight ends in Gronkowski and Hernandez for 5 seconds. And then, like, you had like the Wes Welkers, you had the Randy Moss for a time, you had the Julian Edelmans. I just think that the Patriots are in a really good shape for them to be a new dynasty, for them to be competitive. It's just going to take some time, because, little girl, you're in the middle of the ride.
Yeah, dynasties take a long time. That's why they're called dynasties, because they happen over a period of several years or decades. One thing that has had a short-lived, that would be disgusting. Gross. Short-lived NFL career, up and down, is one Josh Rosen.
Oh, boy.
Twitter profile.
Oh, Joshy.
Is hilarious.
Joshy boy.
His banner is him in front of a Dolphins background. It says he's the quarterback for the 49ers, and he is actually QB for the Falcons. I just thought this was an incredible observation, and it needed to be brought to everyone's attention. That's how much he moves around. He can't even...
Does he use his Twitter? Like, is he active on Twitter? Because I was going to say, like, it's like LinkedIn. Like, for a while, it said, like, I was a social studies teacher still, and I was not a social studies teacher after this year. I was like, I should probably get rid of that. And I put podcaster on there, and then no one wanted to link up with me anymore. But
who's this podcast fool?
The IQ podcast guy. You may have heard of it before. I mean, Josh Rosen. We were talking about last night when they put Josh Rosen in, and we're like, buddy, this is your chance. You're getting game time. And he throws a pick, and I'm like, oh, buddy. And they literally took him out the next drive.
It was a pick six. It was bad too. Like,
he
just did not see the linebacker who was standing directly in front of the receiver.
Yeah, he's just. It was poor Joshy. Like, it's funny because, like, Aaron Rodgers makes the same kind of comment that Josh Rosen does, where he's like, like, what would you say to like the 49ers for not picking you? And it's like, you'll regret it, like that kind of thing. And then Rosen's just like, oh yeah, 9 mistakes in front of me. Oh, buddy. Like, thankfully, the Cardinals were able to suck so much that they just went and got Kyler Murray in the next one. Like, they literally spent 2 first-round picks on quarterbacks back-to-back. because they were like, Josh Rosen was so bad. So
do you think the 10th Phillip Rivers child will say the same thing about the 9 siblings in front of him or her?
That's accurate. Yes.
Yes.
Like, you'll regret that, because the 10th is going to be a supervillain.
Exactly.
That is going to be a supervillain.
Oh my God. Okay. 3 times in a row, the scam's
Why
calling.
are you not pick it up?
It's happening. Hello?
Hey, what's up, dog? Hey, what's your problem?
Oh, what's my problem?
Why you sending my girl new pics on Snapchat?
Oh, because she asked for them.
I know what you. I opened her phone up. By the way, I don't mean on some gay shit, but you look a little small down there, my man.
No, I am. I had to use
Oh, you are definitely not be sharing those photos.
I had to use a macro lens just to make it look respectable.
Look. Stop sending my girl snaps or I'll report your ass.
No, I'm going to send millions.
You're probably just some loser jerking off the random snaps anyways.
Yes, I am. Why are you trying to hurt me?
Leave my girl alone. I'm blocking your ass.
Please do. But tell your girl hello for me.
You've been.
Dude, that's a YouTube prank show. We just got pranked.
Yeah.
I know that I've seen the guys who do that because I got that call one day and it scared the shit out of me.
Because you're like, I don't even have Snapchat.
Yeah. So that's not as fun because I knew immediately as a prank. They have called me before. I forget who does that, but I hope they post the clip.
Dude, that, you know what's really unfortunate about it is, like, that would have been a perfect transition into a Manscaped ad and just be like, listen, I'm trying to make it respectable. The way that you can clean it up if you use promo, That's Good Sports.
Hey, if you want to clean up in your bank account, check out DraftKings Sportsbook. America's top-rated sportsbook app. You use code GPS. If you put in code GPS to DraftKings, they will automatically block spam calls from coming to your phone. In addition to giving you $1,000, they will match your first deposit of up to $1,000. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a bit. DraftKings, it's
not that we planned.
No, the spam called 3 times. I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna answer this. Secure, reliable. Wow, I am good. I'm so
just like
good.
Just like those Snapchat pics. They're secure. Definitely can't be screenshotted.
Look, if you picked the Patriots to beat Atlanta 25-0 last night, you might have won. I think you could bet on a 20-point spread in that game, and the Patriots covered. The Patriots covered. So, if you think you're smart, if you think you're smarter than the unpredictable NFL, go ahead, do it through DraftKings. I'm going to get in there this week. I got to make a ridiculous bet. And if you don't have sports betting legalized in your state, check out their fantasy app to do
unicorns. Centaurs.
So many fantasies.
Nymphs.
Nymphs?
Nymphs.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
Sirens.
Tom's fantasy.
Be a nymph.
My fantasy is being 69 years old and people calling me Drip Perna. But they're giving away millions of prizes in their fantasy Drip Perna app. Again, GPS is the code. Link in the description. If you're into it, that's how you do it.
All right. Beautiful. Now, quick news.
Let's see.
Zach Stacy, that piece of garbage, got arrested. Good. Go to prison.
Find him. Law enforcement found him.
Go forever.
Send him to jail.
Go to prison.
Send him to jail.
Listen, we'll Hammurabi this thing. I mean, I hope the victim, they get all the support they need, and I hope the book just gets thrown at him because that was horrendous. So,
all right, here's another bit of really important news.
Do it,
Pete Davidson.
Oh, that was my thing. I had a 45-minute segment. I had graphics and everything.
Oh, I was going to say he's going to star in a new movie. What were you going to say about Pete Davidson?
I was going to say that he was caught holding hands with Kim Kardashian. And now the question is it a rebound or is there love in the air? We'll take your calls now at 1-800 GPS.
My wife has been so excited about Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian. She's been all over this news, and she gave me a nugget about Pete Davidson. This was like 2 weeks ago.
My man dates up.
When these photos started leaking, she goes, "You know what the rumor is about Pete Davidson?" I said, "What?" She goes, "Huge dick." Huge Pete Davidson wang. The celebrities like it, apparently.
Celebrities like it.
That's what it is. Pair that with the Kardashian, it makes a lot of sense. A lot of sense. But I hope they find real love and last forever.
They find love in a hopeless place. That's what I hope it is.
In a hopeless place.
Because they were kissing on SNL because she was Jasmine and he was Aladdin.
Yeah.
And I was like, no one sang A Whole New World, and I was disappointed. I was just there for the music. So that was a little disappointing. This is one weird trick. Celebrities love it. You'll never believe.
Okay. This is what I want to address before we start looking at the games this weekend. I really respect Bears head coach Matt Nagy looking out for the children. But somebody think of the children out there. Matt Nagy on taunting. There's young kids watching the game. I'm a firm believer in respect. In respect.
Dude.
That is not a picture of Matt Nagy, by the way.
No, it is.
That is Tony Correnti and his 69-year-old neck. Is Tony Correnti really Drip Correnti?
Uncultured. You love it.
Hey, uncultured Barb. We brought in some football news. Hey, it's a slow day. We got Nick Chubb getting activated off of COVID. We got Matt Nagy saying respect the game of football. What do you want from us?
Someone asked me that last night on stream. They're like, "What did you think about Matt Nagy's comments?" And I said, "Shut up, nerd." That was literally my spot. But then I thought about it. I was like, "Wait, that's offensive to like nerds. Just shut up, Matt Nagy." And that's it.
No, nerds are like they're in a position of power now. So I think
good.
Yeah.
That's it.
But dorks still don't get the credit they deserve.
So dork. All right, shut up, dork.
Shut up, dork.
Yeah, shut up, dork.
See, nerd implies you're actually very smart. You're just into something that's
Matt Nagy is not. Right? No, dork. I haven't called someone a dork. Oh man, that's a throwback there.
Dork. That's like dork's a fun word to say.
I can smell the inside of my locker hearing those words. No. Anyway,
get in this locker, dork.
Get in there, dork. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about some games, some things, some stuff from week 11. Now, Brandon Perna, I guarantee you, your Broncos ain't going to lose this week. I'm willing to put money on it. They ain't going to lose this week.
They on that bye-curious week,
that bye week. Which, how do you feel? Like, do you feel good being like somewhat stress-free and not having to watch?
No. Oh, yes.
Broncos football.
I think I'm going to stream Chiefs Cowboys since that game's important to the AFC West and it's the game I get on TV. So I'm not going to take it easy Sunday. That's usually what I look forward to when the Broncos are off. I'm like, oh yeah, not dialing the brakes back this week. It's a relief that I don't have to sit through 3 hours of one of their football games. I think they peaked at beating the Cowboys. This week, we've learned that the coaches really don't want to change anything. They don't think they have any problems or issues to address, whether that's changing up the quarterback just for poops and giggles.
Just for giggles.
Getting rid of your offensive coordinator, who is horrible. Firing your special teams coordinator, who is horrible. Like, they don't want to do anything. So they expect fans to keep showing up and watching their below-average product. And it sucks for the players because there's so many guys on this team that Broncos fans genuinely love. You got Justin Simmons. Think it's his birthday today. Happy birthday, Justin Simmons. Tim Patrick, the most underrated receiver in football. Javonte Williams, our rookie hero. Pat Surtain looks like a legit top 5 corner at times. Like, there's tons of guys to root for. It's just not getting put together. And I think fans believe, I think the players believe that it comes down to coaching. And the coaching's just not working. And
buddy, listen.
You know.
I know you're going through a tough time with the Denver Broncos.
Yeah. No,
I feel like this is 5D chess, though. Hear me out. You ready for this?
Yeah. Give me the 5Ds.
I got you. I thought, after they got destroyed this past week by the Eagles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have actually thought, maybe there's gonna be some firings that are gonna be coming, and Broncos fans might be like, where what's happening? Where are the firings? How come heads aren't rolling, etc.
Roll the heads.
There's one reason why. There's one reason why, and it's Aaron Rodgers. And you'd be like, well, what do you mean Aaron Rodgers? He's coming next year. Yeah, it's beyond that though. Listen, Aaron Rodgers has been in the news the past few weeks, saying some controversial things. Listen to Dr. Joe Rogan, and maybe lost some fans in Colorado because of the comments that he made, right? And so,
say the craziest things you can, Aaron.
So what I'm saying is, maybe when they trade for him, Aaron Rodgers comes in and goes, listen, I'm cleaning house. Vic Fangio, gone. Special teams, gone. Pat Shurmur, gone. All of them gone because of Aaron Rodgers. Now ain't nobody thinking about what he said about Joe Rogan. Now thinking about how he saved the Denver Broncos franchise. He turns face and everyone forgets about it. And Aaron Rodgers is the new savior. Done.
Come own us, Aaron. Come own us.
Own me like the River Jordan.
The Broncos are going to give him carte blanche on personnel decisions.
I want them to make even head coaching decisions. I want Aaron Rodgers to be what Bill O'Brien was to the Texans. Head coach, GM. He's going to call his own plays. Done.
Yeah. I bet he's my offensive coordinator, Peyton Manning. My defensive coordinator, Eli Manning. And then the Broncos do the Manning cast all season long.
Oh,
but that won't work. I don't know if Eli would be a good DC, but Peyton Manning would be a great OC.
No, get Troy Polamalu to be the DC, and then have Pat McAfee run special teams.
Boom.
Done.
Co-stream Manning cast and McAfee.
Done.
Oh yeah, once this show winds down, we should tell everybody to raid Pat McAfee's show and just raid it with GPS. Because it starts right as the show ends. If we can get a GPS raid over there,
so we'll both get blocked, is what you're saying.
No, it's positive. A positive raid. Let's make it COVID positive, guys. I mean, let's make it a positive raid.
That's it. First, head coach. Cute. I want literally. They'd be like, all right, Aaron Rodgers is as the head coach doing his post game, and he has a hat on, and then as the QB, he takes the hat off. And then, as the GM, he puts the hat on backwards. I would pay good money to see that.
I guess.
And then, during the when he's done after a drive, he's going up to Pat McAfee and the Mannings. He's like, Aaron, what'd you see out there? And in the middle, just doing press conferences in the middle of the game. I think that would be great. Do it XFL style. Done.
Oh, McAfee's on right now. Early show. Wow. My question would be, for Broncos fans who are here, would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson? Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson? I know Tom thinks this is a ridiculous question, but I think Tom will be surprised on how close it is. Let me know in the comments.
Put a poll up. Put a poll.
Oh, yeah.
Do a poll.
Who's to say I already don't have one up?
Wieners.
That's a penis joke.
Anyway, so I'll talk about some games heading into week 11. You got the Green Bay mother-loving Packers heading to the bird killer, Minnesota Vikings. Purple incarnations of Satan. By the way, did you hear about what the Vikings wanted to do with their stadium because of all the birds that they kill?
Oh, no. Is this new info on the birds?
Oh, yeah. So they are killing. There you go, Aaron Rodgers. They're killing over 100 birds a year because it's literally like a giant mirror.
So do I, and I do it for fun.
Anyway, sorry, Rio. So anyway, killing about 100 birds a year. And they were going to put these bird, I don't even know, how did they phrase it? It was, hold on, I have to look up the actual term. the birds keep flying. The birds.
Yeah, that was like a problem. As
Vikings.
soon as the stadium was built, they're like, "Oh, this glass is too shiny," and the birds fly right.
They're like, "Don't do this." Crap! It like was just here. Hold on, I'm gonna click on the news. Like anyway, they basically were gonna put out like a like it was gonna send out like a scent that is gonna like ward away birds, and they then said, no, we can't do that because it might not be safe for animals and people. So they're just going to continue to let the birds slam into the stadium.
Yeah, we got this chemical. We're just going to spray all over the stadium. It'll kill anything that it comes in contact with, but it'll keep the birds away.
Yeah.
You down, Minnesota? No. We got a few GPSs in the McAfee chat. Cool.
Oh, no, already?
We want to be positive. We're sending our viewers to Pat.
He needs them.
He needs them. His stream's probably got 30,000 people right now. We got 16 hundo.
Anyway, so, yeah, it's amazing. But, yeah, we're going to play the Vikings. I think it's going to be a close game. You know, no Aaron Jones. That's what it was. Thank you, Adam. It was
grape scented. Wow. Is it grape just because it's purple?
They're purple.
Like, oh, what about grape smell? The purple people eaters? Let's bring them back. Make them the purple bird eaters. What? No, this doesn't make any sense.
Oh my God. I love it so much.
Don't worry, Vikings fans. I'm working on a video, and the quarterback I started talking about in that video, Fran Tarkenton.
There you go.
Fran Tarkenton.
There you go.
Your last great QB. Besides,
by the way, this is why the Vikings lost to the Cardinals, by the way, because they keep on killing the birds. So that's why they lost. 1. 2, anyway, I think it's going to be a close game. I do think the Packers are going to win this game, even though the Vikings are getting a bunch of players back. But that defense is looking real good. Aaron Rodgers during another week of practice, even though he hasn't been practicing, but at least being in the facility. Yeah, I think they'll be okay. I think they'll do pretty good. So
if we just get everybody to piss around the stadium, it'll keep the birds away. Use the outside of the stadium for your toilet needs, and we'll keep them birds from dying. Yee-hoo! Minnesota Vikings. They're just they're rednecks, in my opinion.
You know what? This is the right place to do it. I have a bit of a confession.
Yes.
So I think I saw it on a Reddit post.
Hell yeah.
I actually, in these past couple of days, have had a lot of respect for the state of Minnesota.
Wow. The land of 10,000 oceans.
And the reason being is because Minnesota basically they sent like the Civil War. They're like, let's go fight the South. Let's kick their ass. And apparently, Virginia asked for a Confederate flag back years ago from then, I think he was Governor Jesse the Body Ventura. And because they captured the Confederate flag in Minnesota, and he's like, why would we give it back? We won. And I was like, that might be the greatest thing I've ever heard. And so Minnesota currently has a Confederate flag, and they refuse to give it back to Virginia because they're like, oh, that's my heritage. They're like, oh, well, it's ours too because we kicked your ass.
We won.
So,
man, I wish Jesse Ventura had been like, come through me to get it, and the flag is yours.
Exactly. It's 1-on-1 in a steel cage match. You got 3 minutes. Bone saw. So, yeah.
Bone saw.
I was like, you know what? That's pretty great. That was pretty good. Is it really are they rating the Pat McAfee show right now?
I guess. Dude, so many comments going there. That's not good. We got to do it on an episode where we got 4,000 live viewers.
Oh, they're on right now. I thought they go on at noon.
Yeah, somebody said it started early today.
Oh, yeah. I see lots of GPSs. They got 17,000 people in there. You know what? Yeah. Let's do. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna link it in the chat. Be nice. Put a little GPS. Say hi. Say hi. There you go. There you go. It's in there.
Yes.
It's in there. There you go.
I should link it too. The Rodgers Russell Wilson poll right now, very close. Rodgers only up at 52%, Tom.
Yeah, that's still winning.
Yes.
So Tom Grossi, now, forever, and ever.
Look at everybody that's live right now. McAfee, Tom Grossi,
man, it's all
Sportsbook,
GPS.
America's
Go
top
look
rated
at their
sportsbook
chat.
app.
It's all GPS.
Pro Football Focus. Oh, wow.
It's all GPS. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to get blocked.
You can't block a YouTube channel.
This is going to be taken the wrong way.
Boom.
Okay.
We mean it. We're sending him our viewers. We're showing them some
It
love.
is. We're giving them love. So we did it.
It's not a flex. It's not a threat. We're sending him an audience, letting him know we respect what he's doing. Okay. What do we got coming up here, Tom?
All right.
Now I'm a little scared.
Dude, we're going to get blocked. It's going to be hardcore. It's going to start Brandon Perna versus Pat McAfee part 2.
No, we're friends now. It's going to be good.
Why can't we be friends? Oh, people are like, where's the moderator?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Okay. Any games you like this weekend? Besides
Cowboys
Packers,
Chiefs,
Vikings.
like you said, Cowboys Chiefs should be a really fun game. I'm actually contemplating streaming 3 games in a row.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, Anarchy. It never stops.
If you do Cowboys Chiefs and you want to co-stream, I'm right here for you.
I'm gonna see if Papa Grossi wants to potentially too, because a little.
He's Cowboys guy.
Yeah, Cowboys guy. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll see what I got. I got run by
keep
him.
it in the fam. Keep it in the fam.
I got run by him, and then I mean, I always stream Sunday night. I don't know. Because I have to do a post game of the Packers. That's the problem. Yeah. So like, I literally would be streaming for, 9 hours minimum, and then doing that. I mean, I've done it before. It's just not great.
Sunday Night Football. Not a great not an interesting matchup per se, Steelers Chargers, but
they turned members only on now for the chat.
Oh man. Wow, what a strong raid. What a strong raid.
Oh yeah, we're going to get banned. We're going to get banned.
Hey, we're showing love.
They say take that GPS.
Okay.
Boy.
But I think winner of Steelers Chargers.
Right. The moderator, Billy Tubes, thank you for the GPS raid. You guys are insane. Let's go, boys! We
came with love, and love shall set you free.
It conquers all. All you need is love, except for love. Jordan Love to sit for another year or 2. That's it. Nailed it.
Billy Tubes, you're damn welcome, Billy. All right,
we got it. Okay.
Fear.
He's like, just never do it again.
Leaving my heart. Fear's leaving my heart.
Cowboys Chiefs, though, I think that's gonna be a really fun game.
Yeah, it could be. I'm hoping no defenses show up.
Yeah.
And this is a 52-51 victory for the Cowboys.
Great. Except I don't know who I want to win. Because
oh yeah, I know you need the bet.
It's the bet, but if the Chiefs lose, the lore becomes more interesting for the West reaction. I'm honestly torn about this.
Chiefs need to lose. I want a different top of the AFC West every week moving forward. I mean, these are two. I think the Steelers Chargers game. If the Steelers win, the Chargers are done. Put a fork in them. But if the Chargers bang out this win, then maybe they can get right and end up atop of the AFC West. But I think the Cowboys are going to beat the Chiefs. I think they're going to exploit a bad... the Chiefs' defense didn't just suddenly get good. You know what I'm saying? It's still an issue. They've only won 6 games. They beat the Raiders, who are in a death spiral right now. They beat the Packers without Aaron Rodgers.
True.
And they beat the Giants. Big deal. The last real team they played was the Titans, who beat them 27-3.
By the way, they said Billy Tube said big thank you to Grossi and Perna.
Hell yeah. Live on the air?
They just said it in the chat, and
Okay.
I think they took it off members only for a second, and then there was a lot of GPS again. They put it back on. We didn't tell them to rate again. We're done now. We did it. We did it.
Hell yeah.
It was successful. So,
and my apologies for saying the Raiders are in a death spiral. I don't mean that in any insensitive sort of way.
let's just say Captain Finn Oakley is stuck in the bathtub right now.
Okay, there we go. So, like, what good team have the Chiefs beat this year?
That's a good question.
The
Browns?
The Browns week 2, maybe.
They
beat the Eagles. Fine.
That's it.
The Bills whooped them.
Yeah, that's it, champ.
Football, they have not proven they can beat a good team yet. So this is a huge game for Kansas City.
It's a very big game. Like I said this in predictions, like both these teams have something to prove. Like you have the Cowboys who have a bit of a soft schedule, but 2 weeks ago got slapped around by the Broncos. Then they were able to destroy. And then, yeah, now it's a matter of, okay.
And don't get me wrong. I think the Chiefs can be, offensively speaking, as good as any team in the NFL. We know that.
Sure.
It just hasn't seemed like their year. Seems like too much, just off a little bit. So that is the game of the week. Bills Colts might be a sneaky good game.
Yeah.
I think the Colts are better than people give them credit for. Bills need to start beating the good teams, just kind of like the Chiefs. Also 6 wins. Let's take a look at the Bills here. Oh, yeah. Yes, they kicked the Jets' ass. They famously lost to the Jags. They beat the Dolphins, lost to the Titans, just like the Chiefs.
Yep.
But they did beat the Chiefs.
But that's the thing. Like, people have said this about the Bills, too, of like, what good teams have they beaten?
Yeah.
And I think there's some validity there. And I think that, I mean, again, I don't think anyone expected the Jaguars to win, and especially in the fashion that they did. But I think that this just goes to show I don't know what teams are good this year, because it's a mix of weird losses, weird wins, like their soft schedules. It's like you could look at any game and the fact that you're like, oh, okay, the Bills are playing the Colts. That might be a phenomenal game. Like that might be really, really good. Billy!
Yeah.
We love you, Billy!
Appreciate it, Billy.
That's it.
I just wanted to see if a raid would show up in that thing, and it did.
It did.
Like, that's one of the most, like, crazy chat streams of any show, not just sports show. And if you guys can make a dent there, we can take over the world.
That's it.
We can take over the world.
We taking over one city at a time. Oh, boy. So yeah, that'll be fun. Sunday night, both teams need that win desperately.
Yeah. Like
Steelers, Chargers, like they're fighting for their lives out here. Fighting for their lives. So I think it's going to be interesting to see if the Chargers can, like, I honestly think that this might be the Chargers starting to go down the toilet.
Could be. They need to let Herbert rip it and grip it, man.
And that defense needs to do something, and they need to actually establish the run against Eckler, which, by the way, TJ Watt being out and the Lions being able to run as much as they did on the Steelers, maybe this is the week. Maybe this is the week. Maybe this is the place. Maybe. Also, sneaky good game could be Saints Eagles. True story. Could be true.
Oh, yeah. Saints are interested. Can Trevor Siemian get his first dub as a Saint?
Well, they won against the Buccaneers. You're saying as a starter?
Yeah.
I got you.
Starting the game.
I got you.
Because he's led 2 comebacks, and both times the Saints have faltered. So
yeah,
we'll see. Is Alvin Kamara back?
He didn't practice, so I think people were looking at that like that's not a good sign.
Horrible sign.
So yeah, it's not great. Oh, the Eagles and Dallas Goedert 1 minute ago reached an agreement on a 4-year contract extension.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Goedert, getting it.
Culpepper. Dante Culpepper. Yeah, Herbert has, I could see Matty Stafford. All the arm talent. Chargers better than the Lions, though, as a franchise. So maybe Herbert will have a little more success moving forward. But we are reaching the end of your navigation process.
This is the end.
This is the end, my
Hold
friend.
your breath and count to 10.
Do you know how? Like, because you just sang The Doors, "This Is the End."
Yes, this is the
You
place.
ever listen to the full version of that song?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This shit is dark.
Oh, it's real dark.
It's about a kid going to his parents' room and murdering his parents.
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy. So, I think this was a good show.
I think we did okay.
I like my sweatshirt.
We're never going to do great, but we're never going to be bad. We'll be right in the middle, baby, just where you want to be navigated to down the road.
I think Wednesday was a great show. I think that
all our shows are great. I mean,
all the leaves are brown too, and the sky is gray. Brandon Perna, what do you got working on today? A little something, little video coming out, a little action?
Yeah, Tom may be guest appearing in this video. I have simplified the NFL rule book.
Isn't that coming out
tomorrow?
This
video should be up Saturday morning. It's so many problems with officiating. I have made it easier for them to call a game.
Oh yeah,
I've done it.
You're welcome.
The NFL.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we're the Teddy Bridgewater of YouTube.
That's the most offensive thing anyone's ever said to me.
Love it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a video finally coming out today. We're gonna do playoff predictions. What teams are gonna make it? You know, we're not doing seeding just yet, just because that's gonna get too crazy. But we're gonna see which teams are gonna make it. That's gonna be the conversation. And Falcons are now 4-6. I forgot to put that there. Okay. So yeah, that'll be probably a little bit of a longer video. We'll talk about that. We'll take a look at some schedules remaining. And of course, tonight, a little Friday night Q&A.
The Q&A.
Of course.
All right.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you tuning up this week, tuning out on a Friday. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. You've been navigated.
And you've reached your destination.